What's up guys, V here for another little platinum walkthrough. This time it's going to be for Nextgen Sandbox. This is actually going to be a speed run for the platinum because you can get a lot of trophies all at once and then split up the remaining ones in the different levels. So this isn't going to be each one individually. This is just going to be as many as you can get as quickly as you can get. So when you're at the main menu, go ahead and hit play and head over to the grid level, and this is where we're going to get about 17-18 trophies depending on how much you're paying attention to the DJ trophy to change the music 5 times, but I'll try to remind you of that as we go along. So when this loads up, go ahead and make a full 180 turn and you're going to see something far off in the distance in front of you, and that's going to be the statue head we need for the Stone Man trophy. So make your way over there, and it's not going to unlock just yet, but it will unlock at the start of the game that we play to actually do all this stuff. So you just want to start the game next to the statue, and then we're going to build kind of an assembly line going out from it to unlock the remaining about 16-17 trophies. So when you reach the statue head, the first thing you're going to do is actually change the music, and that's going to be with up or down on the D-pad. It doesn't matter which song you choose, just make sure it's one you haven't heard before. And then the first thing we're going to place down is going to be the maze, and that's going to be on the top inventory bar, kind of towards the right hand side. And you want the door to be on the same side as the statue head over here. So place it down either right next to it or right in front of it, it doesn't really matter. And you can peek at it now if you want. It doesn't help you because this is going to change once we actually start playing the game. So leave that for now, and as you can probably guess, you're going to be coming out of the back door here. So we're going to set up the assembly line going just out left from the back door. So the next item you're going to place down is going to be the basketball hoop, and that's going to be for the alley-oop trophy. And then head on over down to the teleporters on the right hand side, and you're going to place 5 of these down in any shape you want. I'm just going to do a little dice 5 shape. And then head up to the top inventory bar and select the chicken, and just place a bunch of chickens down near the teleporters. And this is going to automatically unlock 2 trophies for you. One is Chicken Express, which is for a trophy, for a chicken using a teleporter. And the other one is for placing 5 teleporters and then using one. And because the chicken is going to be the one using it, that trophy will unlock. So that's 2 free trophies right there for you. And just over on the left hand side of that, we are going to place a crane down, and that's going to be on the right hand side of the inventory. And just make sure the ladder is facing towards you on the same side as the teleporters and the basketball court, because that's going to make it a little easier to access. And just as a small shout, I do need to thank BADLANDS for this trophy, because I could not for the life of me find the wrecking ball that is needed for destruction. So I did end up using his video to see how to get this one done. I did try to do everything on my own, but just could not find this. So place the crane down directly to the left of the teleporters, and we'll come back to that when we actually play the game. But now we're going to build a little brick wall that we're going to break, and the brick wall is going to be on the bottom inventory bar. And you just want to make one big enough and wide enough so that it's going to be hard to miss with the actual wrecking ball. So made it a little wide and a little tall. Oh, that's going to drive my OCD crazy. Okay. Good enough. Alright, so that's going to set up the wrecking ball trophy, aka the destruction trophy. And next is going to be the anti-gravity, which is just using the graviton gun with a steel ball. And the steel ball is just to the right of the brick wall on the lower inventory bar, so just place that down anywhere, and that will set up that one for you. And while we're here, go ahead and change the music again, because it has been more than a minute since we last did. Okay, and the next trophy we're going to set up is going to be the Piggy Go Round trophy. And a shout to Alex75346 for the solution on this one. They were actually the ones that recommended this game to me, and I'm really glad that they did, because I'm actually enjoying this. But they did give me 2 trophy solutions as they were telling me about the game, and this was one of them. So all credit for the piggy go round goes to Alex. So we're gonna set up a merry-go-round and then head over to the building bricks on the right inventory bar. And you can choose any of them here, but basically we're just gonna box in the merry-go-round to keep the pigs close by to it. So and this will keep the pigs from roaming freely around and leaving the merry-go-round. It'll kind of force them onto it. So I'll make this trophy a lot easier for you. Otherwise, it would have been kind of a pain to get the pigs on the merry-go-rounds. Alright, we're just gonna keep that. And then select the pigs on the top inventory bar and just place a couple down. You only need 3. But you are more than welcome to place extras just to increase your chances to get all 3 on there as quickly as possible. And they will force themselves on there, so this trophy will automatically unlock when you start the game. So that's all you have to do for that one. And now we're going to move on to the cannonball trophy. And for this one we need the cannon and some barrels. So on the right side of the top inventory bar is going to be the cannon. Make sure it's facing away from you. And then on the bottom inventory bar on the left is going to be the wooden barrel. And go ahead and create yourself a wall of wooden barrels for the cannon to shoot. Let's just make it 3 high. And while you're here, place a barrel on both sides of the cannon and one behind it, because it does kind of turn, as it fires, and it fires automatically, so you don't have to do anything else for this trophy. And there is a chance that when you start the game, this whole thing will glitch and the barrels will kind of disappear, at least these 3, and that's fine. The cannon will just kind of go crazy as you go along, so you do have to be a little quick if that happens to make sure the cannon doesn't destroy anything you need. So moving on to the next one is going to be the explosion from above. So we need the jump pad, which is going to be on the right inventory bar. And make sure you're kind of a ways away from everything else because this will explode. So place a jump pad down, and then on the bottom inventory bar is going to be the exploding barrel, which is just to the right of the wooden barrel we used earlier. And you're going to place that directly on the jump pad. And what's going to happen when you start the game, the exploding barrel is automatically going to fly into the air, and when it hits the ground it will explode and unlock the trophy, so you don't have to do anything else for that one. And we're going to go ahead and move on. Okay, and we're going to set up the slow down trophy, so we just need the concrete wall, which is just to the right of the brick wall we used earlier. And just in case, you can place 1 down and that should be fine, but just in case the cannon does glitch out, I do recommend putting a couple of down just in case it destroys one of the planks if it does turn, just to be on the safe side of that. And while you're here, it has been a minute since you last changed the song, so go ahead and change it again. And now we're going to set down the fireworks, and that's going to be on the top the top toolbar just next to the bunny. And just place that down anywhere near the wall, and just place a school bus right next to those fireworks. And make sure the door is facing to the right so we can easily run there from the fireworks and just get in the bus. So this trophy is also thanks to Alex. That was one of the ones that they told me about solution-wise before I even got the game, so thank you for the solution to the the lost girl trophy. Alright, so from here we are going to build ourselves a 5-story high ramp. And to do so, go to the top inventory bar, and just to the right of the half vert is just a small ramp. And you're just going to place 1 piece down, go down to the building blocks on the right little toolbar, and just place those on the very top of the back of the first ramp you placed. And then using those, place another ramp down, and just repeat this process until you have 5 ramps placed. So, bricks, and move up a little. Okay, so when you have 5, place a monster truck down right in front of it, and that's going to be on the left little inventory bar, second down from the top. So place it a little ways away because there is a, oh gosh, I'd put it at about a 90% chance that your ramp will actually move behind you when we start the game. So you kind of want to be a little distance away just in case that happens, so you don't have to drive so far to reach the new location of your ramp. So keep that in mind before we start this. I'll remind you again when we get there. But for now, we are going to start earning some trophies. So the first one is going to be Stronghold for placing the 14 castle pieces down. And then the second one is going to be Architect for placing the 200 building blocks down. But before we start that, it has been a minute since we last changed our song, so go ahead and do so again. Just change it to anything you want. And then select any of the castle pieces from the top right hand side, I guess, of the inventory, because it does go around the corner here. And you're just going to place 14 pieces down. 6, 7, 8. Okay. And when you do, the Stronghold trophy will unlock, so go down to any of the building bricks and just start spamming X to place them down. And once you reach 200, the Architect trophy will unlock. And then we can actually start this quote-unquote game that we were about to play. So just keep spamming. Okay, so once that pops, we're gonna fly over back to where the statue head was. And we're actually going to start the game a little bit up in the air because, as I said, when you start the game, the maze layout will change. So if you're above it, it'll give you a chance to kind of do a quick glance as to the pathway you need to take to complete this. So once you're above it, hit the touchpad and just look down. And all those trophies that are going to be automatically unlocking will start to pop. So just run into the statue. And just try your best to remember the pathway that you needed to take based on the layout that you saw above the maze. And if you don't get it the first time, that's fine. Just hit the touchpad and hit play again, and it'll give you another chance to do this. And you can keep doing this over and over again because the trophies will just keep unlocking. So see if we can get this on a second run. Go. And you just need to beat the maze in 10 seconds or less to unlock the Maze Dash trophy. So once you have, head over to the basketball court and hit L1 to change to the graviton. And before we get started, go ahead and change the music one more time. And after a minute, the DJ trophy will unlock. So with your gravity gun equipped, hit R2 next to one of the basketballs. And you're going to lift it up and over into the basket, going down, and then going up, and then down, up, and keep doing this until your score reaches 10, and then just shoot the ball off because we don't need it anymore, and head over to the big yellow crane, and just touch the ladder and you'll automatically go in. So as you can see, we're a magnet right now. Hit circle to change to the wrecking ball, lower it down, and go ahead and give it a swing to hit the brick wall that you built, and then hit triangle to exit the crane, and head over to the big steel ball that we placed, and just hit R2 to pick that up with the gravity gun, face it up in the air, hold R2 to charge the gun, and it will automatically shoot, and that will unlock the anti-gravity trophy. And then keep heading left, and we're gonna go over to the cement wall over here, change your gun to something with a bullet, and then hit R1 for slow-mo, and just shoot the wall a couple of times for slow down, and then hit R1 again to get out of it, and then walk over to the fireworks station over here and hit triangle to go inside the cannon. But before you start it, go ahead and hit left on the D-pad a couple of times to cycle through all of the weather, and then stop when you're on night, and then just shoot all of the fireworks that are inside the firework cannon here. and then that trophy will unlock. So hit triangle to exit out of the little fireworks, change the weather to something brighter if you need to, and head over to the door on the school bus. Hit L1 to enter first person mode and turn around to find the lost girl. Hit triangle to exit the bus and head over to the monster truck. And as you can see, our ramp did move a little bit, but it didn't move that bad. So we just need to get into the truck and head back to the front of the ramp. Turn around a little bit. And you don't have to be super far away. You can actually be kind of close and still get this. So just start making your way up the ramp, and when you get to about the last piece, you're going to hit turbo, and that's going to send you flying and unlock the Monster Jam trophy. And that's actually the last one that we're going to be getting here on the grid level. So hit touchpad and go back down to the main menu. And now we're going to move on to get the other miscellaneous trophies. So from the main menu, hit play, and we're going to go to the desert level. And we're just going to get the Lost Can trophy really quickly here. This is the only one that we're going to get on this level. The other ones each have one or two, and we actually don't have to play all the levels in the game. So just in front of you in the distance is going to be a tiny little object. This is going to be a can that you're going to have to shoot. So just walk up to it, hit touchpad to start the game, and go ahead and change your gun to the GL40, and then just shoot the can. And out comes a little kitty, and you have to wait for the cat to meow before the trophy will unlock. And when it does, hit the touchpad, go back to the main menu, hit play, and now head over to the moon level, and we're going to get the liftoff trophy here. Okay, so when you first start, if you look on top of that hill, just kind of in front of you a little to the right, there's a blinking light all the way up there. We need to fly up there before we start the game, because that is where our little lunar lander is going to be. So make your way up there. You can play and just use a vehicle, but I just found flying to be a lot easier and a little quicker because you don't have to deal with any of the holes or other mountains or hills or anything. And just as another little heads up, there is an alarm that's going to go off when you walk up to the lander, and it's going to come from the speaker on your controller. So if you have that volume all the way up, it is kind of loud. So just a fair warning on that. And don't start right next to the lander. You do actually have to run up to the lander. So make sure you're just a tiny ways away, not too far away, but enough for it to actually register that you're running up to it. So because you are in zero gravity, make sure you're as close to the ground as possible before starting. Hit touchpad to start the game, and just make your way up to the lander. And when the alarm starts going off, the trophy will unlock. So here's the alarm, and there's the trophy. So hit touchpad, go back down to the main menu, hit play, and head over to the snowy mountain. And we're going to get two trophies in this one, the terminal velocity and the mother and baby trophies. So for terminal velocity, we need the rabbit suit, and we're going to jump off a cliff with the rabbit suit, and then the statue is going to be down at the bottom. So when this starts, that sign directly in front of you is where we need to go. Before you do though, go up to the top inventory bar and find the rabbit, and just place the rabbit down. Hit touchpad to start the game, and then triangle twice to enter the rabbit, and then turn around and run towards that sign. And you're just gonna run right off the cliff here, and he's gonna get enough speed on the way down to unlock the terminal velocity trophy. So just keep running, and you can do a little hop if you want, it's not necessary. There's that trophy, and then the mother and baby statue is down at the bottom, so just run into it to break it, and then hit touchpad and go back to the main menu, and hit play. And now we're gonna go to the city and get a quick little lost dog trophy. And again, this one's gonna be super quick. We just need to see the dog, which is kind of in plain sight. It's not really lost, so it'll take you maybe 10-15 seconds to get this one. Okay, so when you start, sort of ahead of you, kind of to the right, is going to be this little patch of grass. Has a little Central Park sign. And if you just look behind it, there's a little puppy dog here. So start in front of the Central Park sign, hit touchpad to start the game, and just walk up to the puppy. And there's a lost dog trophy. So hit touchpad, go back to the main menu, hit play, and now we're gonna go to the Badlands, and we're gonna get the last 2 trophies, which will also unlock the platinum for us. And this is gonna be the Widowmaker Hill Climb and the Stunt Driver trophies. Okay, so when you start, just look up and you'll see that orange flag that we need for the Widowmaker Hill Climb trophy. So just start making your way up in edit mode so you don't actually have to climb up the mountain. You can just kind of float up there and place a car at the top and run into the flag. So just keep making your way up. And just like with the lunar lander, you don't want to get too close to the flag because you want it to register that you are in fact driving up to it. So just keep a little bit of a distance away. Right here should be good. And then you can place any car you want. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I personally really like this little buggy here. I don't even know what to call it. It's the one right above the go-kart. But I feel like it flips really well compared to the other ones, so I've just been doing that one. And basically what's going to happen is you're going to drive up to the flag, and that's going to unlock the Widowmaker trophy, and then you're just going to keep driving and then boost off the cliff side and just hold the L stick so that you are constantly flipping, and you should easily be able to get 6 flips done for the Stunt Driver trophy. So hit touchpad to start the game, get in your car. Just lost my car. Okay, and then just drive towards the flag, and you'll hear some sirens go off, and then that trophy will unlock. And as stated, just keep driving, hit the boost, and just start flipping your car around. And you need it to flip a total of 6 times in order to unlock the Stunt Driver trophy. And if that didn't work, that is more than fine. Just go ahead and hit play again. Okay, well, that is not supposed to happen. Let's go ahead and try that again. Okay, so I'm actually going to show you how to do this legitimately, because that is probably not going to happen to you. Alright, so just fly off the cliff with the turbo, and you're just going to make your way down, and the car should flip 6 times on its own.
Yeah!
Alright, and that's it. So hopefully that didn't take you guys too long. Again, you can set up a lot in one run of each of the 4, 5, 6 levels required for the platinum. You can do, again, the majority of them in the grid level and then just finish them off in the individual trophy related levels. So thank you guys for watching. Again, hopefully you got some help from it, and I will see you guys next time.